Bitcoin has just posted its first positive month in September since 2016, over 8 years ago. And if history were to repeat itself, we could potentially see a green October, a green November, or maybe even a green December. So friend of the channel, Jerry Banfield and I are back at it. Jerry, welcome back here. You know, we're going to be talking Bitcoin. We're going to be talking Q4. We're going to be talking some interesting things of what you've done with your Bitcoin. And, you know, full transparency and full disclosure, you know, I do hold a little bit of Bitcoin, not a lot. And I'm more of an altcoin guy, so I do hold a lot of these assets that we may be speaking about in the video. And also, we're not financial advisors, so please understand that. And, you know, Jerry, you know, tell us what you've done with your Bitcoin recently and why you've done it. And what do you think about, you know, it's October now, Uptober. A lot of people talking about October. It's green now. We just finished September in the green. We've gone, you know, against the grain. We've had the, you know, U.S. government come out and they didn't close the government, so that was bullish news, and then the markets enjoyed that. You know, what are you thinking is going to happen here? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? You know, what do you feel in your gut about Bitcoin as well as the markets here into Q4?
It changes day by day. Some days I watch a video talking about how useless Bitcoin's going to be in the future because you have all these better chains. And if you have a bunch of Bitcoin layer 2s, you could have an issue with transaction fees, even in the network not being secure. BlackRock getting a hold of all the Bitcoin miners. Is it really even decentralized? There's 3 people on the GitHub. So I had most of my portfolio, the largest position was in Bitcoin. And then I just put it on internet computer yesterday because I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of letting this Bitcoin just sit in my wallet. It does nothing. It's not life-changing money right now. And I'd rather put it to work on internet computer. I've got my Bitcoin now, trading it back and forth, earning yield and using it for liquidity. I'm having fun with it. And maybe you're rubbing off on me, but I don't think crypto should be stressful. I don't think it should be even boring. Like, I think it should be interesting. There's opportunities to learn and have fun. I think we've got a lot of upcoming in crypto because we've got a lot of down coming for things like the US dollar. The debt situation is hopeless at this point. Imagine if your debt payments, the critical threshold for debt payments is like 77%. Like once you're spending 77% of your income just paying debt payments, you're really screwed. So the US government's up to 300 and some percent on debt payments right now. Like so much more is going out just to pay debt than we're actually taking in. It's hopeless. So to me, crypto is the utopian solution. There's the dystopian solutions as well, that are, you know, central bank issued, digital ID locked, you know, not even really your money. So I think that there's a lot of opportunities in crypto. I'm really excited about internet computer. And at the same time, I do want to have some Bitcoin exposure. But like you've been saying, you know, Bitcoin is not going to get you the returns possible in altcoins, but you're also not going to take the losses that if you're not careful, which almost nobody's careful enough to avoid losing in altcoins. So now I'm having fun with my Bitcoin. I'm putting all my money in the internet computer. I'm having a good time with it. And I think this year there's a lot of upside that's possible because there's tons of money printing going on, which means the price of Bitcoin could just go up because the value of the dollar keeps going down. Like if you look at how valuable the dollar was versus the price of Bitcoin a few years ago, all Bitcoin's really done is keep up with inflation. But as regular people, that's all you really need to do is keep up with inflation. So Joe, where are you at? How do you see the end of the year going here?
Well, Jerry, I'm, you know, optimistically optimistic, and also I'm a little bit cautious still. And I'm a little bit cautious still because, you know, a lot of people are anticipating a flush out one more time. We go visit those lows one more time. But also I see, well, if everyone's anticipating that and everyone's bearish, well, that's the ultimate time then to do the opposite of the herd, right? So to me, I think there's a delicate balance in this. And, you know, what I've been doing with my community is just educating and giving away more than ever for free. I have a free training on my website right now that teaches people exactly how I've been able to become a cryptocurrency millionaire in the last bull run. I even, in my program right now, am recreating a lot of new lessons and reevaluating how the program is structured so that when people come to this, they have a very clear path and understanding of how to be successful and how to actually, find what they're looking for in crypto, whether that's risk on, risk off. And I think what you're alluding to, and we talked about this a little bit before the video here, is you've moved your Bitcoin into a higher risk category. And the reason is because you're feeling more risk on. You wouldn't have done that if Bitcoin just dropped 20%. It went up 3 or 5%. It had a green September. And traditionally, we have seen green endings to the year. October, November, December are typically green months, according to Bitcoin News's article here. You can see here that this is the first time we closed green for September. So that's huge right here, September, green. All the other Septembers, like in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, were not even in the green. Now, 2 Octobers ago, Bitcoin was up 40%. In 2020, Bitcoin was up 42%. And in December, it was up 46%. So I'm not anticipating huge numbers like this. I am anticipating, though, potentially us finishing stronger here for Bitcoin. Now, the reason for that is because of previous data. You can even see from 2013, October, 60%, November, 400%, Jerry. Can you believe that? Bitcoin, 400% up, like some of these altcoins we talk about. December, minus 34%. So, hey, I can't have green forever. But since then, we have never seen anything above 100% with Bitcoin. And that is my concern. So if I look at, all right, Bitcoin right now, the future is promising. And I believe that more liquidity will enter the market. It will first enter through Bitcoin because everyone typically wants to get the gains in Bitcoin, even if it's just a 2 or 3x. Once that happens, that liquidity is going to filter into a bunch of different altcoins. So let's talk about some of those here. What has done really well in the last week? Solana's up 22%. Let's see some of the other biggest gainers last week. Bitcoin SV, Rollbit, Solana, Bitcoin Cash, Thorchain, Arbitrum. So a lot of these cryptocurrencies, the altcoins, have actually even outperformed Bitcoin in the last week alone. So to me, it comes down to managing your money. And we're not financial advisors, and we can't tell you how to manage your money. But that's the hardest part about why people actually make it or don't make it in crypto. So to me, you have to be able to manage your money correctly in order to make it. And when you're actually in profits, you have to be willing to take some profit off the table. So I teach all of this for free by unlocking the free training in the website. Click the links down below, joeparys.com. I teach you exactly how to do this because that's the whole trick to doing this. Everyone wants to make money in crypto. It's no secret. But there's a huge difference between the people who make the millions and the people who don't. And if you want the lifestyle, you want to learn how to do this, it's all right there for you. But Jerry, let's wrap it up here really quickly. If I were to ask you, what do you think about the end of the year specifically? We're at 28,000 right now. What's a price prediction you could give people by the end of the year going into 2024? The halving's only about 6 to 8 months away potentially. What's your price prediction? We're at 28,000. Are we going to go higher or lower to end the year? What do you think?
I'm confident we'll be higher by the end of the year. I'd say over 30 is pretty probable. Over 40 is a bit more, pre-halving bull run. That's possible for sure. If we look back 4 years ago, if you want to think in 4-year cycles, over the next 6 months, things actually went down significantly for Bitcoin from end of 2019 to March 2020. But then things absolutely ripped after there. But I think we're going to trend upwards. I've been buying and loading up, and I think it's a good time to accumulate. But don't put in anything you can't afford to lose. If you're stressed out, I just sent all my Bitcoin in 2 transactions last night. It's not a big deal. Like if I were to mess up a number or something and lose all of it, it has no impact on my day-to-day life. It has no impact on my future because I focus on bringing money in. My wife earns money. I focus on spending as little as possible to live how I enjoy living. Let's make sure you're playing with money that's you aren't stressed about.
Amen, Jerry. I couldn't have said it better. And if I were to give a price prediction for Bitcoin, I would say that I'm pretty neutral. I would say around 30,000, maybe 34, maybe somewhere in that area. Maybe we trade sideways. I think, though, The bottom is in at 16,000. And I think worst case scenario is that we go retest that bottom. I don't even think we would go back down lower. I just really don't. I think it would take some catastrophic event for that to happen. But in 2024, we have the halving right around March, April. You have, it's a pre-election year, or it's actually an election year. Sorry, this is a pre-election year, election year, right? So, you know, you have a lot of these things that are typically more bullish for markets in general. We've already flushed out a lot in the last couple of years. I really do believe that, right? So all of 2022 was the bear. 2023 is kind of like neutral. 2024, we start to move up. And then typically 2025 is like full on bull. So to me, I believe you still got a little bit of time here. But at this point, if you kind of haven't woken up to what's going on here, you need to start waking up, because these prices for a lot of these coins, they're not going to last forever. I mean, getting Solana at $8 or $10, I don't know if it's ever going to come back to that price point again. Getting XRP below 50 cents, you know, and maybe even 30 or 10 cents, it may never happen again. Dogecoin under 5 cents may never ever happen again, you know, because people are just accumulating and buying, they're not selling it. You know, they're waiting for the next bull run. You know, even Chainlink, that was at $6 and now it's $7 again. I mean, at some point, there's not going to be enough going around, and then it just will leave you behind. So that is our predictions for the market. If you want to learn even more about crypto and how to get ahead, click the links down below. Join the free training. It's absolutely free. We can't wait to see you in the next videos as well. Thanks for being here, Jerry. Thanks again, and take care.